on this idiomatic episode of MythBusters. It's proverb pandemonium as the team goes above and beyond.
Can the spiders go into a blood frenzy?
First, Adam and Jamie want to know when the poop hits the fan,
Adam's now going to build a rig that consistently throws poo.
does everyone in the room really get covered?
Oh, hold on a second.
Then to find out if getting cold feet means you actually get cold feet. Arachnophobe Grant. Acrophobe Tori.
That was terrifying.
And squeamish Queen Carrie bare their souls and face their phobias.
Science tastes like vomit.
Who are the MythBusters? Adam Savage
It's scientific.
and Jamie Heineman.
I call it my little pop gun.
Between them, more than 30 years of special effects experience. Joining them, Carrie Byron,
Explosives and electricity. Woo!
Tori Belleci,
We're popping popcorn with lasers.
and Grant Imahara. They don't just tell the myths, they put them to the test.
Watched pot never boils. Stitch in time saves 9.
What are you doing?
We're doing another idiom special, and I'm going through fan submissions.
What's next?
Cat has 9 lives.
Can we do that one?
No, we cannot. Wild goose chase.
Can we eat the goose?
No, that one's out. We're never gonna get a chance to do this one.
When the poop hits the fan. I think we can do that one.
Really? What's the myth?
Well, it's a worst case scenario. It means that when the poop hits the fan, crap's going everywhere, and if you're anywhere in the vicinity, you're gonna get covered in it.
And you think we can do this tastefully?
Well, maybe not tastefully, but scientifically.
Okay.
So the team are asking, when unexpected, all-encompassing chaos ensues, does this idiomatic illusion really hold true? If you actually flung feces into a fan, would everyone in the vicinity end up covered in shrapnel?
The story's about poo. In fact, it's about poo flying everywhere. Obviously, we don't want to be exposed to this stuff, so with that in mind, we're going to create our own user-friendly version, which will be hygienic and won't smell bad,
Waiter, my poo has a hair in it.
yet retains all its other physical characteristics. Now, to do that, we need to use some real poo, look really closely at it, measure its qualities, and then try to replicate them. We've decided to use dog poo for that purpose because it's readily available, and it's what you might call your average middle-of-the-road excrement.
Basically, they're opening up a whole new field of science. Excrement metrics?
Excrement metrics. We have come up with 3 metrics by which we're going to make our imitation poo. The first one, density. We found that 100 cubic centimeters of real poo weighed 4.1 ounces. That's the weight we're going to shoot for.
The next property I was thinking of was compressibility.
Second, compressibility. A 2-inch diameter puck, when we put a couple of pounds of weight on it, actually compressed to a 4-inch diameter puck. We're going to look for the same type of behavior from our imitation.
What about stickiness?
Third and final metric, it's stickiness. We found that when our puck was compressed between the 2 sheets of acrylic, if we put a little weight on the bottom sheet, it took 4 seconds to unstick from the poo. We're going to look for that exact kind of behavior, and we feel if we match all 3 of these metrics, our imitation poo is going to be just like the real thing, with none of the downsides. This sign is number 147 in a series of signs you never thought you'd see.
Now that we know what we have to replicate, it's time to make our poo analog.
And strangely enough, Jamie being Jamie, it's a skill he's spent years refining.
Flour. I actually have a lot of experience doing something rather like this. Cornmeal, not making poo, water, but actually making fake organic products, in particular food products for commercials. Clay powder. I've made oversized cookies, oil, every kind of a food product you can imagine. And I find that you can create just about anything you want. It's not looking too bad.
And what the guys want is a material that matches their 3 key excrement metrics. So, using a combination of material science,
That's within 2%.
cookery skills, and his special effects experience,
It's really nice from a compressibility standpoint.
Jamie makes his flour-based goop feel like real poop.
And you know what? My don't stink.
All right, so first up for us in idioms, getting cold feet.
Oh, meaning that fear prohibits you from doing something you thought you could do.
Exactly. Like I was gonna jump out of a plane, but I got cold feet.
Well, it sounds like the question for us is, do your feet actually physically get colder as a response to being afraid of something?
To get cold feet is a wonderfully expressive, idiosyncratic phrase. But when the fear factor's dialed up, does the temperature of your feet literally go down?
Okay, to test this myth, we're going to need a super accurate way to monitor the temperature of our feet. I'm thinking maybe the thermal camera and some skin temperature probes.
All right, well, we're also gonna have to come up with some horrifying things for us to do so that way we can measure the temperature of our feet before and during the experiment.
Actually, dude, here's the catch. The fans have already come up with the horrible things for us to do, and here's the list.
Oh, let me see. All right, Grant, you don't like creepy crawly things touching you, so that's what you're gonna have to deal with.
Oh, yeah? Well, you get grossed out easily, so you are gonna have to eat something nasty.
What do they got for me?
Well, the fans notice that you're most freaked out when you're at heights, so we're gonna come up with something really gnarly for you.
I can't wait to see what you come up with.
This experiment's gonna be kind of fun, except for when it's my turn.
It's all bluster and bravado now. But by the time the team is done with this story, they will have been pushed to their absolute limits. The question is, will this confrontation with their real-life nightmares freeze their feet?
We are testing the myth, cold feet. Now, the idea here is that your feet actually get colder when you get scared. How are we gonna test this? We're gonna scare the crap out of each other. Now, how will we be able to tell if the temperature of our feet changes? With these. We have temperature sensors that we will tape to different areas of our feet. These will record every 10 seconds the temperature. So that way, when we're done with the experiment, we'll be able to plug these into a computer and find out if our feet actually did change temperature over the duration of the experiment.
So in addition to the sensors, on the other foot, we'll be aiming this thermal imaging camera. It'll be able to detect and measure minute temperature changes.
The average human body temperature varies on who, where, and when you measure it.
Okay, KB, you are 96.3.
So establishing a baseline skin temperature while calm and resting is essential.
So we just took the temperature of our feet and we're all averaging around 96 degrees. That's gonna be our baseline. Now, it's time to scare each other.
And first in line for a dose of dread is Tori. And at King City Airport, Carrie and Grant have lined up a terrifying test to take advantage of Tori's fear of heights. A high-flying ride in a stunt plane will surely provide the necessary motivation for cold feet. And to measure the temperature of his feet during the buildup and throughout the flight, Tori will be using the skin sensors.
What do you think? Think you can do some foot modeling?
Maybe for fungus cream.
Plus, he'll be wearing a heart rate monitor. And the man about to set Tori's heart racing with a not very encouraging safety briefing is world-class stunt pilot Sean D. Tucker.
You got to go into this knowing it's dangerous. You got to go into this knowing there's not very many margins. We got some outs here and there, but you know, you're entering the dark side when you're going to go flying with me in the low-level environment.
Should I have worn man diapers?
And if Sean hasn't already got Tori's attention, a description of the negative G-forces involved surely does.
We're probably going to do 3.5 negative, and that's the most I'd ever give you because they are the very dangerous G, and they sneak up on you and they can break things in your brain, they can detach your retina, and they can make your eyeballs bleed.
Great.
Dude, I'm getting cold feet.
And if it sounds horrifying, it looks even worse. Because before Tori climbs aboard, Sean goes solo for an adrenaline-inducing demonstration.
You know, at first I thought Tori got the easiest of all the tasks. But now that I've heard exactly what he's going to go through and seen him turn green and his face completely drop, I think this might be just crazy enough to scare the bejesus out of him. I'm a little bit happier now.
Oh my God, he's not even flying. I think he's falling.
We have these story meetings like, oh, what can we do to scare ourselves? What would be a good test to see if we get cold feet? Oh my God.
Okay, now he's just showing off.
Well, if he's trying to scare me, it's working. It always seems like a good idea when we're talking about it. Like, hey, yeah, I'll go on a stunt plane. That sounds like fun.
You're looking a little pale, man. You actually do look green.
I'm not gonna lie. I can't say I'm thrilled about this one. But after being debriefed on what we're gonna be doing and the dangers involved, this doesn't sound like a great idea anymore. I think I'm actually getting cold feet. Now, Sean has been so thoughtful to send me an email describing some of the stunts that we're gonna be doing together. He thought it might be helpful. Here's one. It's called the inverted flat spin. Yeah, it looks more like he's just out of control. This will be a flat spin upside down so that the Earth is rotating at a high rate over your head while you're plummeting towards it with a very high sink rate. Totally recoverable, but very exciting maneuver. What are we waiting for? Can't wait. Oh, why do we do stupid things on this show?
Because they're interesting.
Because they're science.
Because they're fun.
Crap.
Does getting cold feet mean you actually get cold feet? To find out, Tori's facing his fear of heights. Cue the fright flight of his life.
We just watched Sean go up in the air and do a few maneuvers that he's gonna do while I'm inside the plane. He's spinning towards the Earth upside down. And I have to tell you, I've looked at the numbers, done the calculations, and I've come to the conclusion that I don't want to do this anymore. Dude, he's coming straight at us! What the? Oh my God, this guy is nuts. And I'm trusting my life in his hands? What if he passes out? I mean, what if this is his day to go?
All right, man, so we've been monitoring the temperature of your feet from the time you left the shop, to the journey here, all the way through Sean's briefing, through his demo. We're still gonna be monitoring it up until you yourself get in the plane.
All right, well, I guess it's time to do it.
I think all of us were sort of wondering if Tori was really gonna be afraid of this, because this is basically an adrenaline type activity, which Tori enjoys. So, to make sure, Carrie and I have been waging psychological warfare on Tori.
If we have to jump, I'm going to say bail out, bail out, bail out.
And then, after we've explained all of the dangers, including your parachute, not opening, you bumping off the tail.
Be prepared, you're going to hit the tail, boom, and you just push yourself away.
And hopefully, by that time, he's in the mind space where he can be anxiety-ridden enough to have cold feet.
Are you okay?
No.
And that right there is the look of a man getting cold feet. But we won't know for sure until we access the foot sensors after the test. But right now, for Tori, after seems like a lifetime away.
Oh, crap.
As last words go, Tori, you might want to rethink those.
Here we go.
Spike.
What are you?
I'm over 100.
Okay. Let's see if I get cold feet.
And if the anxiety juices weren't already flowing,
My palms are definitely sweaty.
there's the tortuously slow climb to gain the required altitude for the first maneuver. So not only is Tori now anticipating the chaos to come, he's doing it way above his comfort zone.
I believe he's starting with the inverted flat spin.
Oh, you're doing good? Yeah. Here we go. You ready? All right. heart rate? 140.
I have a feeling if he's got cold feet right now.
Oh my God, that was terrifying.
They're not going easy on him, are they?
Nope. And for the next 15 minutes, Sean puts Tori through the ringer, doing everything he can to scare the pants off Tori and freeze his feet.
Wow, the earth just keeps moving all over the place.
This is where we gotta make the decision or we die. And we made the right decision.
Crap, here we go.
And for the grand finale, Sean once again takes Tori through the toughest stunt in the playbook, the inverted flat spin. All 10 of them.
There we go. Oh yeah, let's count them. That's 2. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did you get 8? Yeah. All right. It's 10. You okay?
I'm okay.
How do you feel? Oh man. All right. Everything's good. Everything's good.
With Tori just about hanging on to his lunch, it's time to bring him and this test back down to earth.
All right, Sean, I think we got enough data. And I think I'm done.
I made it! I made it!
That was brutal.
But the worst part wasn't the actual maneuvers. Well, I mean, it was partly the maneuvers, but it was right before the maneuvers, the fear of the unknown. It's empty.
Oh, clean bag!
Oh my gosh, that was insane. Ah.
Let's go crunch some data, find out if you actually got cold feet.
Yeah, let's go look at the data. That was so intense.
All right, well, are you ready for the results?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, well, you know that your heart rate was elevated the entire day, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if we look at the temperature of your feet all the way up to the plane ride, it's at 96.2, which is exactly the same as your baseline.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It's not looking good for the myth. I mean, I know I might have looked like I was having fun, but I was actually terrified.
Yeah, but check this out. Before each of the big stunts, there was a slight drop in temperature in your feet.
Yeah, but it's only a degree or 2.
Before getting into the plane, I was actually terrified. And then before each of those maneuvers, I was dreading it. But I mean, such a small change in temperature, we can't call this one yet.
Interesting idioms and the odd adage have proven to be fertile territory for the MythBusters.
Whoa. Dude.
That is a lead balloon.
So who better to make a whole heap of fake poop
It's time to go into mass production.
and see what really happens when it hits the fan?
And while we're at it, we're gonna add a little blue food coloring. I don't know, maybe it won't gross people out so much.
Once Jamie has squeezed his physically accurate excrement analog into individual poop portions, the turd tossing can begin.
I think we're ready to test.
You've probably already figured out what we're going to do here, but I'll explain anyway. We're going to hurl these poos at this fan inside this 310-degree surround. The idea is that anything that flies off this fan will be clearly visible on this surround. Shall we get started? All right. Oh, it feels really... It's impressive. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. That was, I have to say, I'm a little disappointed.
Well, you know, we kind of figured with that screen on it, it's not gonna fully penetrate the blades of the fan.
Right, the screen is out.
But a closer look reveals that although it wasn't as disappointing as they first thought,
Oh, but look, There's actually a fair bit of coverage over here.
Those few tiny specks are by no means a dung splattering home run. So cue take two, and this time, free from its protective guard, will the fan slice, dice, and fling feces in all directions.
All right, here we go. 1 fan minus 1 grill plus 1 poo equals...
Equals a whole lot of not much. And so far, the myth is looking like a bust. With or without the grill, poop is physically hitting the fan, but the odd splattered speck does not constitute the catastrophe the idiom implies. But the guys aren't giving up yet. These preliminary tests have yielded some info.
I'll tell you what I didn't expect. I thought that the cage would actually prevent the poop from reaching the blades. I thought it was like a non-starter, when in fact it acted more like a kitchen implement, slicing and dicing the poop so that it actually spread better with the cage on than the cage off. Where does that leave us? Where do we go from here? Where do we always go from here? Bigger. From 12-inch fan to a 20-inch fan. Bigger cage, and the blades are made of metal. Yeah.
So, let's see if the mean metal fan can.
That worked pretty well.
Oh, yeah. Not bad.
Not bad is not good enough. When the poop hits the fan, you expect a disaster of poop storm proportions. And so far, that hasn't happened. But that doesn't mean it's not possible. Perhaps some combination of variables, like the direction and speed of the fan or consistency of the poop, will make it happen.
Before we start in other variables, I'd like to remove one. I don't want to rely on myself for flinging the poo. I'd like to make a repeatable poo thrower.
Adam's now going to build a rig that consistently throws poo at 30 miles per hour.
Yep, before they embark on a series of tests that will isolate the myth's best chance of being confirmed, they need some consistency. Unfortunately, Adam, with his funky rotating catapult, seems to be consistently missing the target.
After 4 hours of work on this, it's really pretty, but I think I have to abandon it. Not only is it not going fast enough, a potentially fixable problem, it's not aiming anything close to reliably. It's ending up on the floor, the poo's ending up on the ceiling. I need it to be 100% reliable in order to use this, so I'm gonna cut it to pieces and try something else.
Something else being a more traditional catapult design that not only gives good speed...
31.
31! Nice!
It gets the round hoop in the square hole every time.
Shall we get to testing?
I think so.
All right.
Carrie and Grant have shaken, stirred, and taken Tori to terrifying heights to find out if getting cold feet is a physical fact or idiomatic fiction.
Now, while it might sound like a clever old saying, there could actually be a biological basis for getting cold feet. When we experience fear, our bodies go through an immediate and automatic response called the fight or flight response. And that's the brain preparing the body to either fight the threat or run away from it. And a number of things happen, but the important one for us is that the blood vessels constrict, forcing blood towards the major muscle groups, the ones that you might use for fighting or running away. What that does is it takes blood away from the extremities, which normally the blood warms the extremities. So you could actually experience cold hands or cold feet.
And to see if Grant gets cold feet, Carrie and Tori have a devious plan that involves a spot of phobia shopping.
Owen!
Carrie, Tori, hi, how you doing?
So, we need some creepy, crawly things to freak Grant out, and we thought this would be a good place to come. You have so much cool stuff.
Bento geckos?
I think we came to the right place. Snakes. We're definitely gonna find something here to freak Grant out.
Oh, what about something hairy?
Ooh, yeah, Harry's always creepy. What'd you have in mind?
Tarantulas.
Spiders? Good idea.
And with that, the guys get right to the dark heart of Grant's nightmares. Hairy, scary spiders.
So what we have here is avicularia, the pink-toed tarantula.
Man, they look hungry.
Okay, so I'm thinking
Whoa!
jumping,
These things are gonna be
active,
perfect.
furry spiders all over Grant's head.
How many of these do you have?
25?
I think that's perfect. This is gonna freak him out for sure.
Back at base, Carrie and Tori get down to business building a rig that will put Grant in touch, literally, with his eight-legged fears.
So what do we got here? Well, this would be your basic arachnid containment and dispensary unit. Right here we've got the tarantula delivery hole so that we can be dropping the spiders right on Grant's head. It's made out of a clear acrylic. And at the bottom right here we have the Grant to spider adapter.
And using his film prop experience, Tori makes the perfect chair to match.
The unsquare chair of fear. Now, the whole idea about this experiment is instilling fear. So I try to make it look as much like a medieval torture device. I am so excited about this. I mean, really, really excited. I always feel like I am the one that gets tortured. So it's nice when somebody else on the show gets tortured.
And with the torturee all hooked up to the foot sensors and test time fast approaching,
A little nervous.
our test subject is not exactly thinking warm and fuzzy thoughts.
Okay, so it's well known that I don't like the fish touching me. In previous episodes, I mentioned this.
Something just touched me!
The spiders, I think, are, well, they're on par, I think, with the fish touching me.
Somehow, Grant, I think this is going to top that.
Good feature.
And this is our chair.
The arachnid chair.
And this is going to be living hell. Now, Grant has known roughly what he was in for a while, but as he takes in the details...
Wait a minute, here you go. That way the spiders don't get in your eyes.
You can literally see his brain chemically shouting at his body, "Run, Grant, run!" What we don't know is whether that feeling of fear will result in cold feet.
I have some questions for Owen
Stalling.
before we begin. These are important. Are these venomous spiders?
All spiders are venomous spiders.
Good answer.
Can the spiders go into a blood frenzy?
We're gonna test that out right now.
Have these spiders been exposed to any radiation recently?
I'm sorry, no.
That was the only question he wanted to hear a yes to.
Last one. Will they try to burrow and find a moist, dark place to lay their eggs?
Probably not.
I would keep your mouth closed just in case.
And with that, Grant has run out of questions, excuses, and time. It's spider time.
Let's get the spiders.
What?
While testing the idiom, when poop hits the fan, Adam and Jamie have seen some promising signs.
We're seeing our simulated poo spread radially outwards directly from the blades.
But for the myth to be confirmed, they need the feces to fly to all four corners.
So I've divided our testing surround into 4 quadrants. This will allow us to test by test quantify the type of spread we're getting from each of the iterations we're trying.
So now they're going to run through all the possible combinations that will give the myth its best possible chance of success.
Okay, so high-speed fan, frontal direction, and regular poop.
The fan's speed, direction, and the consistency of the material in question. And in a blur of a turd toss.
Did you get some on you?
I did.
And spray pattern analyzing.
Couple of spatters in quadrant 1.
The guys cover all the possible permutations with poop of regular consistency.
Look, we've tried hitting these fans both on high speed and low speed, from the front, from the back, and I think we're making progress. It behooves us to try every possible thing we can to see if this phrase is true, which leads me to wonder, what if our poop, what if our sample was less, the word I might be looking for is cohesive? What if it was softer?
Obviously, poop comes in all different kinds of consistencies, and we've tried a firmer version. Now it's time to try a softer version.
And Jamie's so proud of his new, softer poo formula, he's getting all artistic on us.
I'm actually developing quite the technique here. I find it's best to start vertical, doing a nice tight little coil, staying directly above. And then the trick is, right as you come to the top, to do a little twist with the plunger while pulling up, and you get a nice perky little tip at the end.
Oh, yeah, wow. Oh, that feels just like when my dog has been eating too much soft food. Soft poo, from the front, high speed. Oh, that's a whole different kettle of fish.
Much finer spray, and we got a lot on the front one and some all the way on the back.
Oh, nice.
I think we're advancing.
And if there was any doubt, the new pliable poo flew all over the crew.
We got it all over our high-speed operator. Outside the testing zone.
But that was as good as it gets.
In 3, 2, 1.
Because none of the remaining combinations improve on that first set of results.
Well, we've determined the worst-case scenario, which is the softer poo into the fan from the front at high speed. We're still not getting the universal coverage that we're looking for.
This myth is all about complete catastrophe. And now that they know what will give them the best chance, it's time to take this test full scale. Grant has his butt in the arachna chair and his head in a box that in just a few fear-filled moments, Carrie and Tori will fill with crawlies that creep Grant out. Tarantulas. 25 of them.
Okay, Grant, I want you to meet Avicularia avicularia, more commonly known as the pink-toed tarantula.
And to find out if Grant's toes go from pink to blue, skin sensors are monitoring one foot and the other is on thermal camera.
They come from Brazil, and they're aggressive eaters.
As for the test parameters, Grant can call a halt to proceedings whenever he wants. The EMTs are on standby.
Heart rate just jumped to 139.
He has to keep his eyes open, and the test will last a maximum of 2 minutes, which starts now.
You ready? Here we go. Whoa! Keep your eyes open. Look at that dark one. Woo! One more minute.
One more minute, Grant. Oh my God. Oh my God, look at the one in his hair. Last spider.
That one went straight across his face.
All the spiders are in, and Grant is clearly scared.
30 seconds left. 30 seconds left.
What's also clear is this is going to be the longest 30 seconds of his life. Trapped in the enclosed space, the spiders skitter, scurry, creep, and crawl across his face and hair. It is, quite literally, the stuff nightmares are made of. But finally, he hears the magic words.
Okay, let's take the box off.
All right, here we go.
Okay, there's no spiders around his neck, so we can slide this off.
Wait, hold on. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
And
nice work, buddy.
you made it! Yay!
At least now I got an answer to what's the worst thing you've ever done on the show.
You okay?
I don't really think I can adequately describe that scurrying, that sensation. It's just like, not only is it a really scary thing, but you just can't get away.
Well, the experiment's over. We've got your baseline, we've got your temperature during the test, we've got your temperature before the test. So we're gonna go compare all the results and we'll tell you if you got cold feet.
Yeah, you know what? From the looks of it, I think you might have.
I think I might have too.
All right, so where do we stand? We're testing the idiomatic phrase, poop hitting the fan, and we've taken as our guide the soul of that phrase, which to us is, when poop hits a fan, everyone around that fan gets covered with poop, the worst possible case scenario. And we've tried We've tried pretty much everything we could think of. We've tried hard poop, we've tried soft poop, we've tried fast fans, slow fans, plastic fans, metal fans, throwing it at the front, throwing it at the back, and we've determined really pretty definitively that any given poop and any given fan do not equal universal coverage. But of course, we're not going to leave it there because we want to know what would it take. And right now we're thinking what it would take is a really, really big fan and a lot more room to work in.
More room to work, you say? The hangar at the abandoned Alameda Naval Base should probably do it.
Right now, this is nothing but a massive 90,000 square foot empty room. They used to build airplanes here during World War II, but soon, right where I'm standing, the is gonna hit the fan.
Yep, it's the perfect location to take this test full scale. And to confirm the catastrophic consequences of the myth, they'll need to see everyone in the vicinity covered. I wonder how they're going to test that.
You may wonder how we're going to test the full spread of the poo in this large-scale experiment. Wonder no more. For the last 2 decades, I have been slowly growing my own clone army specifically for scientific testing. You ready, boys? They're ready.
The flat pack poop platoon is ready, and so's the fan.
This right here is our fan. It's a 30-inch diameter, 1,100 RPM, 1/4 horsepower cage fan.
Next, the guys put the poop delivery device into place. A state-of-the-art piece of Hoosier hardware called the Heinemann.
That seems ideal.
Yeah. So how are we going to get all this poop into the fan? Well, I figure this shovel right here will do about as good as anything. And as it happens, I'm no stranger to shoveling poop. In fact, when I was 16, I had a horse, and I cut a deal with a neighbor that he would board my horse for free if I cleaned out the stables every day. Now, I learned very quickly that my dream of riding my horse after school was replaced by shoveling poop. So the point here is that if you cut a deal with somebody, be very careful that what you end up with is actually what you had in mind in the first place. Otherwise, you might have nothing but a whole load of crap.
It's great. It's great.
Next, Jamie mixes up plenty of poop substitute, using the same soft serve formula that gave him the best results in the shop.
Your average person generates about 1/4 pound of poop a day. Now this right here is 80 pounds of our special simulated poop formula. And to put that in context, it would take your average person about 9 months to generate this much.
And if you thought no one in their right mind would want to stand at the eye of the poop storm, you'd be wrong.
You didn't think I'd pass up an opportunity to be part of this experiment, did you? You know, you look taller in person.
If there's any substance to this idiom, when I'm done, there should be blue poo on all of these dummies, including Adam.
Grant has just had a face full of spiders for science. But what do the numbers say?
Oh, I thought Grant was gonna pass out. What are his results?
Okay, check this out. First control, heart rate 87, temperature of his feet 96.3.
Okay, that's normal.
Okay, we stick the spiders in front of him, heart rate 139, and the temperature of his feet dropped to 81.9, and remained that temperature for the rest of the time the spiders were on him.
Wow, he actually got cold feet.
An impressive drop of 15 degrees means the myth is heading in the right direction. But remember, Tori's test was inconclusive, so the guys can't call the result yet. Which means it's Carrie's turn to step up, bare her soul for science, and face her worst fears, a meal made by Grant and Tori.
To cold feet.
And warm bugs.
Their challenge is to present vegetarian Carrie with a buffet that will cause her pause, a feast of fear to give her cold feet.
Now, preparing this feast, I mean, if you can call it that, has been disgusting. I mean, it smells bad. I think that's done. It looks bad, it's gooey, it's slimy.
And then, to finish it off, healthy coating of slime.
I mean, I'm about this close to throwing up myself, and I got a strong stomach.
It is the largest snail in American waters.
I cannot imagine what Carrie is gonna do when she comes out and sees what she has to eat.
Oh, it smells so bad.
And seated at her table, with her foot on thermal camera and her heart rate monitor on her wrist, her eyes are about to be assaulted along with her nose.
Okay, hey, here's our buffet. We have chicken fingers, which is a delicacy in the American South and China. Abalone. This is concha la grande. We have kidney and liver, both uncooked and cooked, flavored with abalone slime.
That way you have a choice.
Don't forget the bung gut.
Yeah, that is basically the end of a pig's intestine, deep fried.
Incredibly, in addition to this feast of fear, the guys are throwing in a little live action. The special supplied by Owen, our providor of phobias.
I am sweating. My palms are wet.
Now, in case you're thinking Grant and Tori are being unreasonably cruel, Carrie doesn't have to eat everything, just an entree and main.
Choose any two.
Well, I can definitely eliminate a few. I'm not going to eat anything that had any cuteness in its lifetime. The boys know I have a very limited diet. I don't eat mammals, and definitely don't eat things that are slimy. So the bugs, strangely enough, were the best choice for me. They seemed the most sanitary, considering most of this stuff was prepared in the shop anyway.
Come on, giant hissing cockroach. Just bite the head off, and the rest is just like butter.
Yeah.
It's like a pate.
Sure you don't want to try the bung gut?
Back up.
It's our homemade recipe.
Despite the staff's helpful recommendations, Carrie makes up her own mind.
I think I'm gonna go with small.
Okay.
These came out of a beehive, so I'm gonna pretend they taste like honey.
The waxworm, the larva of wax moths that live as parasites in beehives.
What's your heart rate at?
116.
Oh my God, she's at 82.9 degrees. Looks like you're scared.
Yeah, you know what? All the colors on your foot are turning more towards blue.
Just like Grant, there's a clear and significant drop in the skin temperature of Carrie's foot.
Ooh, this is awful. I don't even want to touch it.
So far, that's a drop of 13 degrees. And what's unlucky for Carrie is she's yet to get through her first course.
She did it!
And with the worm putting up a fight, Carrie's fight-or-flight response is fully activated.
It wiggled in my throat.
Heart rate, 149.
Temperature, 79 degrees.
I can feel it in my throat.
Is it still moving?
There's no doubt Carrie has cold feet, but the agreement was 2 courses. Plus, revenge is a dish best served with live bugs.
I want to know one thing.
Yeah.
Why is it that I am a grown woman and boys are still trying to make me eat bugs?
Again, working on the principle that gross things are best swallowed small.
Ooh, you better eat it. It's getting away.
Carrie selects the Chinese brown cricket.
Hey, don't play with your food.
You're like a cat. You're just playing with your food till you eat it, huh?
Shut up, both of you.
With Carrie on edge and close to fight, the cricket's flight is up.
Over this.
Not sure the cricket was the best choice. I'll tell you why. It's stuck. You ever get a popcorn shell stuck in the back of your throat? I think there's a leg. I think there's a leg back there.
Medic, stand by.
After a short break to release the cricket back into the wild,
Science tastes like vomit.
get her heart rate back under control, and regain her composure, Carrie is ready to discuss the results.
All right, so these are the results for Carrie. And as you can tell, you got cold feet.
Yeah, check out here your control. You start out with a heart rate of 110, and your foot temperature is 96 degrees.
And when you walk into the room, your heart rate goes up to 130, and the temperature of your feet went down to 84.
Well, I think that graph is pretty clear. The decline in temperature in my foot just goes.
Particularly here, when you eat your first bug, your heart rate goes to 149.
And when you started choking on the cricket, look what your heart rate is.
Oh my God.
And your temperature is 78.6 degrees.
So for Carrie and Grant, the idiom is clearly confirmed. Their foot temperature dropped by an astonishing 15 degrees or more. But Tori's results weren't nearly as conclusive. So where does that leave us?
So you had a small drop in temperature. It wasn't quite as significant as Grant or mine, but still a drop. So we're gonna have to call this one plausible.
Wow, that's cool. All right, plausible.
Plausible it is. You can get cold feet.
Can we just not do any more experiments that involve dropping spiders on your head, making me eat nasty things, or having you plummet towards the earth at death-defying speeds?
Sounds good to me.
Me too.
When poop meets fan, is it really a complete disaster for everyone in the room?
In 3,
To find out, Jamie, Adam, and their crew of crap catchers
2,
have gone big, real big.
1.
Oh! Ah! Oh! Nice!
Oh, that was a good one. Oh, hold on a second.
Now that is what you call poop hitting the fan. Everyone from the cameraman to Jamie, Adam, and every member of the poo platoon got at least some level of coverage.
And I think you'd agree with me that when it comes to poo flying around the room, any poo is bad.
Adam wasn't the only one. I got it on my beret, I got it on my shirt, I even got it on my mustache. And we had spray ending up all the way out to about 40 feet away from the fan. That's quite a spray.
I gotta say, this is another in a long line of myths in which in the small scale, I didn't think things were looking too good for the myth, but in the large scale, all of a sudden they're looking pretty darned good.
Yep, under the correct circumstances, the myth's catastrophe criterion has been matched, and the fat lady is warming her tonsils. But before she breaks into song, Adam and Jamie have still got 2 buckets of unused fake poo. Now, what to do?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep, it's the MythBusters' patented ramping it up to ridiculous. And to make sure they deliver on a suitably supersized scale, they're upscaling the fan and flinging the poop from all directions.
Oh yeah, perfect.
We figured this time around we're gonna deliver our poop from multiple directions. Are you ready, Adam?
I am ready, sir.
All different directions. In 3, 2, 1.
I'm covered with it. It got all over me from up here.
And with that, this myth is all over with.
Let's inspect the troops, shall we? Spattered, spattered, oh, spattered, messed up, spattered, 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 and spattered. Where does that leave us?
I don't know, covered in poop?
It does. I'd call this one plausible.
Under the right circumstances, I agree.